Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. I just opened my laptop here, and this is really the first thing that I took a look at. I just woke up to a lot of red in the markets, and really XRP down quite a bit. And still I'm happy. The reason I'm happy, I'll tell you all about in just a second, but make sure you press the like button if you're enjoying the daily crypto content. Also subscribe for that, and also make sure you comment down below if you're still holding crypto. Just comment down below yes or no. I think that will suffice. But just see. I just want to see. Just want to check out. Are you still holding crypto or are you done? Let me know in the comment section down below. And now let's get on with why I'm still happy holding these cryptos and what I'm kind of doing right now. So I want to first start you guys off with the contrarian investing. Buy when there is blood in the streets. It's something I've often talked about on the channel, but I quickly want to read this little part for you guys. The worse things seems to be in the market, the better the opportunities are for the profit is the credo for contrarian investing. Baron Rothschild, an 18th century British nobleman and member of the Rothschild banking family, is credited with saying that the time to buy is when there is blood in the streets. He should know. Rothschilds or Rothschild, I don't know, they say a lot of different pronunciations. I think they're German, right? So it should be Rothschild, or maybe it's like they're from some other German speaking country. I don't actually know which one they're from. He should know Rothschild made a fortune buying in the panic that followed the Battle of Waterloo against Napoleon. But that's not the whole story. The original quote is believed to be, "Buy when there is blood in the streets, even if the blood is your own." I don't know if this is the original quote or just a different quote, but really, the same premise applies. Most people only want winners in their portfolios, but as Warren Buffett warned, you pay a very high price in the stock market for a cheery consensus. In other words, if everyone agrees with your investment decision, then it's probably not a good one, or probably going to be an expensive one to go for. And really, this is exactly what we're seeing when investing in cryptocurrencies that are extremely volatile to say the least. And what we're seeing right now is that a lot of people are not agreeing with our investment decision. Exactly like said here, if everybody's agreeing, you probably didn't make a good decision. And with our decision as well, if everybody's only buying, you most likely did something wrong because you got yourself something that's maybe like too good, so to speak. So in the end, it probably won't do that good and will probably go down regardless. So what I'm trying to say with that is, if everybody was just buying, right, we would have to have a bull run, right? But no, it doesn't always work that way because a lot of people buy, but they don't really know exactly what they're going in for, and then later decide to sell again with a small amount of profit. Or once enough stupid, quote unquote, stupid people buy into it, the big guys with the money, with the huge amounts of money, they sell up on you, which makes the prices go down. Some are saying that's what's going on here. The big dudes are trying to get those prices down to grab more. I mean, there's so many different theories which you could go for. All I just see here is we're down 40% in like half a month here. So that's pretty interesting to say the least. And actually, I want to check out against BTC as well what it's looking like because I have not checked this one out in a little bit. Things. Let's check it out here. So from the highest point we got to here, it's about minus 25 or so percent. So that's also not that good. The results are definitely quite mind-boggling, really staggering. But still, the reason I actually showcased this Investopedia link here, or the Contrarian Investing, and also why I often tell you guys to read this book, The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. Normally, I used to just share the ebook with you guys through a link, but the link I think got deleted. What you should just do, I think, is type in the Intelligent Investor PDF and then look for a good one. You don't have to buy books. You can most likely find them online. Just got to look for it quite well, but it is there. I think I also have the book on my like iBooks or whatever it's called still, so I might be able to share it a different way. But don't buy the book. Make sure you check it out to see if it's free. If you don't give a shit, then just buy it, I guess. But I would prefer to just check online if it's free, because why not, right? Why not? And what those books always explain to you is that whenever prices go down is really the best choice to get into something. It's always about your average price. It's always about making sure that you're not buying at the peak. And when the prices go down 40% like this, it just again shows me that there's another big opportunity. If you were in a market where you don't necessarily know if it's ever going to go back up, for example, if the good or stock you're buying is not necessarily needed, or there's some other reason which might make it obsolete, I would not go at it with such a strength. I would also not vouch for it so badly. The reason I can do that with XRP is because we already saw these ridiculous gains. We know it's possible. We know it's possible for it to happen again. And from that perspective, I'm not that afraid to get back into it whenever it goes lower. If you look at it like this, we're at such a low point. All these points are just completely fine to buy at. And once we get to another big rush up, it's just us and the boys and everybody just cheering from happiness because we got into a good price. Now, it's going to be a lot of people in the comment section who are going to be calling me an idiot for still being happy or still buying these stupid, quote unquote, stupid coins. And maybe, guys, and I'm not telling you guys to buy exactly this point, maybe it's a good idea to wait a little bit, right? Maybe you have to wait another couple of days for the price to go even lower. Not the guy who's going to tell you what to do in that regard. Just telling you guys that prices going down lower are definitely a positive thing, but it sure is possible that we're going to go, to maybe even 14 cents, even 10, 1 cent. I don't know. Anything is possible in that regard. But to me, it's all about the average price per XRP, and what your current value is of your portfolio really don't care about. You know what's going to get to eventually. It's just about the amount of coins and also your average price per coin. Boyd Aches posted on Twitter, "I'm bullish on XRP. Why? Hopium dealers? No. Charts? Well, no. Riddles? No. I've been bullish since I read up on Ripple years ago. The problem they seek to solve is real, and their relentless pursuit of their laser-focused goal is all I need to remain bullish. No BS needed." It got him a lot of likes. I actually followed him a little bit ago. He didn't decide to follow me back. Hurts a little bit, but it's okay. But he does make a very good point here. Hopium dealers, so explaining like, all right, we're going to go to $100 per coin, or saying tomorrow's going to be the day. It's not what you need. It's not what you're investing for. Charts, well, it depends, but he's just trying to say he's not bullish on XRP because of the charts. He's not because he's looking at the charts. He's like, yes, this is going to be doing good because of some TA, so I'm going to be buying into it. It's not what his idea is. Because of the riddles, well, definitely not. If riddles are keeping you going, I think you should get a little check going, because these riddles are really, really not what you should be investing in it for. Please, guys. But really, it's what Ripple is doing. I guess to most people, it's already clear. What Ripple is building here, it's necessary, it's needed. And that's why I also made a video, I think yesterday or so, explaining why XRP will rise again. There's no question about it. The reason for that, main reason, is just what they're making is needed, period. There is no skipping out on it. $0 per XRP is not an option. It's a billion-dollar company, Ripple. They're not going to let that happen. Also, Chris Larsen, for example, Brad Garlinghouse, these guys own a lot of XRP themselves, right? David Schwartz, for example. I'm just really convinced, I know for Chris Larsen, he has like 5 billion or so, but these guys have a ton of XRP themselves, I'm assuming. Of course, it will be very profitable for them if the prices of these coins go up as well. And you might be thinking like, yeah, but they can't chase interest of the price of a coin themselves because they're a company, blah, blah, blah. Well, they might tell you they won't want to, or they might tell you they have nothing of an influence, but I think they do. And I think they will also, whenever they can, try to increase the value of XRP over a longer period of time, because it's going to make them the most amount of money. But if you think about it from Chris Larsen's perspective, which I like to do sometimes, he's most likely quite a patient man, because I don't know how old he is. I think maybe like 46, maybe 48. Maybe he's a little bit older, maybe a little bit younger. But he most likely already has a step, because he's already a billionaire at this point. he most likely has already established such a level of wealth for himself in his day-to-day life that he doesn't need, the next $1 billion on top of it. So he most likely doesn't care if XRP is 22 cents or 66, because it's going to change his $2 billion to, $6 billion. I mean, still going to be hard to spend all of that regardless. What I think he cares about is really changing that $1 billion to a trillion dollars, $1 billion to 10 billion, or no, not even 10, maybe like $50 billion and things like that. Really starting to get high up on the list. I don't know what his goals are. Maybe it's really to change the world and he doesn't care about the money that much. Who knows? Nobody does. But I definitely think that these couple percentages don't matter too much to him. So if he either has to, go from 2 to 6 billion now really quickly and then never return higher, or wait a couple years possibly, get the price low to, get your I don't know, your friends to buy it more or whatever you want to do, I don't know, get it all settled right, and then get the big shock happening to the price, and then get to maybe, $50 billion for him. Maybe that's really what his goal is for. So also, if you really think from that perspective, those guys are not in a hurry, because why would they be, right? They're already at such a wealth level that they really want to go for some big increase whenever it does happen again. I think that's really what they're basically going for. But again, I don't know too much about that. For example, the Litecoin founder, right? He sold his Litecoin on the peak at about, I think, $300 or something a piece for Litecoin. He sold them at. And he said that it was to make sure that people knew he was still developing Litecoin and still really trying to, get Litecoin as far as they can without having an interest in it in a monetary value, or without having, benefits in it for the money. And I actually like that and dislike it. I dislike it that he sold at the top, because it kind of showcases like, all right, he's also expecting the price to go down again. He's also expecting the project to, crumble a little bit. But on the contrary, he took a good point to sell at, which is, I guess, a plus, but he actually sold, at least that's what he tells us, to make sure that people understand he's just doing this because he really cares, not because he is in it for the money. I think that's also another good thing, which the guys over Ripple, we don't know too much about yet, but we'll see. King Solomon just said, Ripple announced new ODL partnership with Asimo today. Asimo is partnered with Barclays, ING, RBS, Interswitch, HomeSend is MasterCard, eServe, and Bix, and Interswitch is a Visa and American Express. I'm sure there's tons of other speculative dots to connect as well, like Asimo partners with Interswitch for cross-border payments in Nigeria, 2018. Asimo partners RBS, Barclays, and ING. Asimo has partners with HomeSend. HomeSend is a joint venture between MasterCard, eServe Global, and Bix. And then, maybe even a little bit more. Don't know. Don't care. But yeah, Ripple announced new ODL partnership with them today. So that's pretty huge. If I do say so myself, that sounds pretty amazing. It's pretty big on that one as well. And then Brian just posted, Ripple lawsuit dismissed in part, buy XRP before it blows. Now, as we see, the price won't blow from lawsuits, definitely so. Even if it says all lawsuits against Ripple dropped, I don't think the price would even budge. I don't think people care enough about it. And I know that most people already I think that Ripple will win them anyway. So I don't think you should attach too much value to that either. What I do think, though, is that eventually now these lawsuits are coming to an end. And I don't think the other guys are winning. I think it's really Ripple who's doing the good right there. I also find it interesting to see that the defendant is Ripple's CEO, Bradley Garlinghouse. I think he has quite a hard time dealing with all this stuff. It's a lot, It's no joke, this guy, what he has to deal with on a daily basis. It's quite a lot. Yeah, we got to also appreciate the GOAT, Barry Garlinghouse, for all his work and all his dedication to Ripple and XRP. But guys, that was it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed a little bit of a different approach against why downwards markets are actually a good thing. I think it's just good to get your average price down a little bit lower. I've explained the tactic to you guys quite a couple of times already. You just keep buying at lower prices and double your way down, or buy in increments to make sure that your average price for XRP is as low as possible. So then when we go up, you get the best percentage gains in the end. And also, you got to pick the bottom as best as you can, right? And in the end, it's my goal personally to buy more XRP because I like it, and I want to own more of it to make sure I can reach the retirement goals. It's a side thing, but still. And I'm still gonna need more XRP for it, so I gotta pick a couple good prices. This is not a shot at saying this is the best price to buy at, though. Again, keep that in mind. I don't know what's the best time going to be, what the best time is going to be. You're gonna have to find that out yourself, but we'll see. I think this is all pretty good, pretty nice to just get another good shot at pre-bull run prices. But hey guys, that was it for this me. Wow, that was it. I'm really rolling my tongue over these words. I don't know what's going on. I think it's pretty late. It's 2 a.m. already. I have not done a night video in quite a long while. But hey, thank you all for watching this video. Don't forget to press the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care and have a very, very nice day, everybody. Enjoy your week.